Welcome, YouTubers. This is Robin with the Stitching Witch, and I'm super excited of showing you this new project that I started. I got this from At Home. It's a store here in Columbus, Ohio, and they have a lot of Christmas decorations. And I found this rose gold crown, and I thought this would be a perfect addition to my Christmas. So I went to Lowe's and found these 50 LED lights. And I started putting them in with the zip ties and getting them all put in. And I should have started at the top instead of at the bottom because the area at the bottom is so tight. And I actually did break one of the bulbs as I was putting them in. So you will see that, or maybe I sped up through it so you couldn't see it. But I had to replace one of the bulbs because I broke the tip of it. And that is not a good idea to leave that in there because that could have caused a fire hazard. So I removed it and replaced it and kept moving forward. Putting all the lights inside this area was a little time consuming. It did take almost a whole day to put the lights in and the other putting the ribbon in. So learn from my mistakes and start at the top and weave the lights down through the bottom because I went through the bottom and it was a nightmare because the area was so small to get it put in. So learn from me, start at the top where the openings are really big and you can feed all of that lights through because the cords are just so long. The other thing is, I wish I would have found maybe 25 lights because 50 is a little bit too much. And I wish I would have found one with a dimmer in it. So that way it would dim and or twinkle or which I could put one of those little lights in there that would sparkle or twinkle or something. So I may do that later. I just have not done that. It is very heavy because of the lights. So put that in mind that it's really heavy with the lights in it and you just want to be really careful. So here I am measuring the first piece of ribbon to trying to figure out exactly how long it needs to be to fit inside that cavity. I wish I would have cut them all ahead of time and saved myself a lot of time instead of doing what I'm doing. You'll see it. I'm literally just putting them as I go when I should have pre-cut every single one of them, laid them all in there, and got them the way I wanted them before I glued them. But I didn't do that. I literally just put them in as I was going and glued them when I went. And I should have done a little bit more homework and looked at it realistically, like put in all of them, take a look at it before I glued it because the gluing, I actually burned myself a couple of times, which is not a good idea. So you want to be really careful with a glue gun. And I really thought, oh, this is not going to be that bad. Well, there's a lot of tight areas and a lot of areas where if I would have done it ahead of time before I started gluing it, I probably would have moved the lace a little bit or the ribbon a little bit differently, and then it would have laid more flatter and inside the crown more like a velvet royal crown like Queen Elizabeth has when she was being at the throne. I want it to be more of that kind of thing, and that way it would look more realistic. And with the lights going through it, I thought that would be a great addition to the ribbon. So you would see a little bit of color and also see a little bit of the lights coming through. So to me, I thought it looked really good. It did take one thing of lights from Lowe's, which was about $8, two things of ribbon from Hobby Lobby, one purple, one blue, because I'm using blue and purple poinsettias on my tree. So I want it to sort of like coordinate with my color. And then what was the other thing? The ties from my husband's toolbox, glue gun I already owned, and the crown, which was $10 at home store. So I will put a link for where I got all this stuff at in the bottom. I'm hoping that this will help you. But I'll tell you what, this is a cute little project. and you can do it too. And I am just so excited that it looks really pretty on my tree. And it was just an idea of doing because I like the crown, but I wanted to have some color in it. And I just thought, why not put some chiffon ribbon because that would glow through with the lights. And I think I think I may look for a smaller set of lights at the end of the year, and 25 lights would have been perfect. Also got a new Christmas tree at Costco. They were on sale. This is one of the ones that looks more realistic, which is something I really wanted to do for this year. To have a new tree, one that had more of an LED lights compared to the old traditional trees that once you plug it in, one of them, if one of the lights is bad, the whole area of the bottom would not light up. So then you had to spend hours just looking for that one bulb that is needs to be replaced. So we technically went through, I don't know, a few bulbs and just kept checking them and figuring out why they weren't working. And the most weirdest thing is I get a ad from Costco telling us that their Christmas trees are on sale. So it was the perfect thing to do is if they're on sale, might as well go ahead and buy one and to put our new crown on. I mean, why not? I mean, the old tree needed to be it needed some help. And unfortunately, it was just not what I wanted to do this year is to spend time looking for bulbs. So we boxed her back up, took her to Goodwill, and hoped that someone would give her a good home because she was with us for 10 years in this house. She was a 9-foot Christmas tree. She was beautiful. It's just that we decided that we wanted a smaller tree and we also wanted something that looked a little bit more realistic. And once you see the photos of the new tree, you're going to say, yes, we did a great idea of getting a new tree this year. Yes, it cost us a little bit more than, and we already had that one for so long that we thought we deserved a new tree this year. So that was our present to ourselves is a new Christmas tree. So I'm super excited and I'm really happy for us to show you this new Christmas tree and the new completed crown about all the new things that are going to be happening the end of this year and starting next year with the new sewing machine I have and also the new things that we're going to do together. So I want to wish you guys all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, everyone.